They call it the MAVIC. It's DJI's latest and greatest for the consumer market. It's small, very small. It's something that the consumer market has never seen before. At least at this caliber. Its slim design makes it extremely portable, but without compromise of the technology. It really is an incredible drone. And if you don't believe me on its size, it was in my pocket. That's how small it is. Look. It's absolutely tiny. It has a 4K camera. By the way, this comes off. It's a 4K camera, the exact same resolution, the exact same quality. In fact, it has even better frame rates than my Phantom 3 Professional. In order to get it flying, you go like this, you go like this, you go like that, you put it on the ground, it's ready to go. Oh, and in my back pocket, it's the controller. Flip that out, antenna. You can choose to fly the drone with your phone or without. Would slip your phone into here, plug it in, turn it on, and away you go. And look how compact. It has all the same buttons, all the same features. In fact, even more features than my big old Phantom 3 controller, and it's tiny. Why they couldn't do this with the old ones, I don't know. So the purpose of this video is to show you why you need one of these and how amazing it is, but also to show you the flaws. It has a lot of features. See these little guys right here? 1, 2. Those are like little eyes. So just like the Phantom 4, if it's flying along and it's gonna crash into me, it will stop, elevate, and move on if it can, and if not, it'll just stop. It also has 2 on the bottom, along with vision positioning, so it knows where it is, even if it's not connected to satellites. The battery, tiny. Allow the drone to have a 27-minute flight time. Whenever I'm flying, I usually think, oh, I should probably bring it down. Battery's probably gonna die. I look at it, I'm still at 50%. It's incredible. Other than all that, what else can it do? It has all sorts of smart features like follow you, tap to fly, waypoint mode, gesture mode, all these crazy things that we'll get into right now. The first main test will be a timed trial of how long it takes me to go from here to fully set up. And then we'll fly around in this very confined forest, test out its vision positioning, and if it can actually see what's going on. Then we'll do some comparisons, we'll talk about all the settings, we'll do some tests, and we'll head down to the beach and do that. Let's get my timer out in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm not rushing, taking my time. There's the drone, ready to go. Controller, and stop. 13 seconds. Of course, that doesn't mean actually getting it to hook up to the satellites and taking off, but with my old Phantom, that would take at least 2 minutes, and that was 13 seconds. Okay, let's get in the sky. One of the major things that I love about this drone is that the gimbal can go up 30 degrees from horizontal. With the Phantom, you couldn't do that. Now let's test out its vision positioning. We're just gonna fly towards this tree. It recognizes something's in the distance. It beeps at me, tells me there's something in front of me. As simple as that. I just saved my drone from wrecking itself. One of the key features that I'll use while we're in the forest here is the tripod mode. And what it does is it slows down all of the movement of the joysticks, the gimbal, and it allows you to really work in confined areas like what we're in right now, so that you can navigate through trees or in a narrow alleyway, or if you're inside. If you flick the joystick too much to one side, it won't cause you to damage your drone. Before I talk about all the other settings about this guy, let's talk about quality. I said it shoots 4K. To compare to something I brought along, this guy, my Phantom 3 Professional that also shoots 4K. Let's get both of them in the air and see which one's superior. One on the left is the Phantom, the one on the right is the MAVIC. You can tell the MAVIC doesn't bring the colors out as much as the Phantom 3. This is all unedited, by the way. Even though their perspectives are a little different, I apologize for that. The MAVIC's field of view is narrower, but they're basically the same. The difference is so slim. Now that we've seen a comparison of the two, let's go into the Mavic a little deeper and see what it can do with all of its settings. The first one I use is on the Phantom 3. It never works though. It's called Point of Interest. Chose this pole as my point of interest. The drone is now circling at a radius that I've set. I can move the camera around. I can change the speeds at which it rotates at. If you want it to be really, really slow. There's a lot of features you can play around with. All right, the next one, I want to bring the drone a little closer to me. Literally, you just tap the screen and you press go. And the drone starts flying. You can change how fast you want it to fly. But it'll literally go wherever you tap. I don't think I'll use this feature too much. Pretty novice or beginner. We already did tripod mode. I'll bring the drone closer to me and we can work with, I think, one of my favorites of the Mavic Phantom 4 models, the active track. All right, I'm locking the drone onto me and then we'll see it just follow me around every movement I make. I'll leave the controller here and you'll just see it following me. And stop. That's pretty cool, right? There are many other modes like terrain follow, waypoint. They're all great, but I mean the only ones you'll ever see me using are probably active track and tripod. Actually, wait, there's one more. It's called gesture mode. This one's incredible. I did a little gesture like that it told me to do on the screen. Now the drone's following me. I didn't even touch the controller. It's way back there. I'll probably use that one. Okay, the Mavic is a great drone. It's tiny. The controller's tiny, it fits your phone, and it has all the settings that you'd want in a normal drone. It's smart, it's sleek, it'll fit anywhere, and you can take it anywhere. Let's talk about negatives quickly. The one thing I can say that I don't like about this drone is that it has a tap to focus feature, which will create a lot of out of focus shots because before you take a shot, you have to tap to focus. And you've probably seen that in lots of other videos about this drone. And if you don't do it properly, then you're gonna mess up or screw up your shot. The only other one that I don't like about the drone is that its clearance is tiny. You have to take it off of a flat surface. With the Phantom, it had the big landing gear, so you could put it on straw and take off. You want to almost buy extensions so that it can get propped up a little bit. I know my friend Will bought those, and I might probably buy them in the future too, just because look how low the clearance is. Other than that, for the money, the size, the quality, basically like buying a Phantom 4. If you're into professional drone usage, don't buy this. Buy an Inspire or buy a Phantom 4 Pro. But if you're a consumer, you're just out there every day trying to get some drone flights in, buy this. It's cheaper than a Phantom 3, cheaper than a Phantom 4. You literally get the same quality, if not better, in some different ways. So do I like this drone? If you watch this video, you know I do. I love it. DJI, well done on your drone. Thank you, and keep up the good work. I'm gonna go fly again. I'll see you guys.